into Ghana. You have the video of the house and all that. Okay. He's been flown into Ghana. Now, this Sansa Delhi is the one who brought Miss Sansa Delhi to Ghana, the fake doctor, who says we shouldn't say she's a criminal. He said we shouldn't say that because no court has said that. She wrote some letters to Metro TV and she's not a criminal or something like that. Okay. Mr. Sansa Delhi is the one who brought this guy. Now, Sansa Delhi has been flown into Ghana a while ago. He is reported at the airport when he arrived, and this is what we have been told. We believe, we hope it's not true. We just hope it's not true. He arrived as Kevin Taylor. He went through gate 19. Gate 19 at the airport is reserved ordinarily for high-profile diplomats. So President Kufuor is abroad now. When President Kufuor is coming back, he'll go through gate 19. If a high-profile state official travels, say the Honorable Mahama, those who are not maybe inside governments, all of those people, they will all go through gate 19. That's the gate reserved for high-profile officials. He was met by national security in gross violation. These national security people. And we are getting this information from people. I mean, in gross violation of a court order of a bench warrant. Ministers may or may not be aware. President may or may not be aware. He has arrived in Ghana in gross violation of a court order. The court order was against contempt of court. He spoke certain things in which the court believed was scandalizing the court. Ndc Bawku and Haruna Atta went to prison for saying things that the court thought was scandalizing the court. This guy sits in America, scandalizes the court in the name of politics. A bench warrant is issued. His party is in power. So the state security apparatus, sponsored by the taxpayer, goes to pick the guy who has scandalized one of the most important institutions of democracy, the courts. And they bring him in. You have not even heard the worst. The worst is that they send him. He came by United Airlines, according to the story. United Airlines flight UA996 from Washington, D.C. And he came with an entourage, according to the story. He didn't just come, he came with an entourage. And they are up and they are so the people at the airport don't quite see. People on the flight who told us. And guess what? The report is that sent him to Prestige Lake. Go and live in the house that is reserved for the vice president of Ghana. This is the same house that John Dramani Mahama lived in as vice president and even as president. When President Mahama was exiting his presidency in 2016, this is the house that he wrote to Nana Akufo-Addo, and Nana Akufo-Addo agreed that President Mahama can have it. Later on, party hawks prevailed on Akufo-Addo by force that President Mahama cannot have it. And so President Mahama had to relocate and find his own place where he has been living until he was re-elected as president. This house is where Aliu Mahama lived in. It's reserved, it's a cocoa board house that is reserved for the vice president of Ghana. This is the house that has been given to Mr. Sansa Delhi and his entourage to stay in the official residence of the vice president of Ghana. This guy who just finished SS2, not because he can't pay, but because he can't learn, and sets up a media organization to basically drop down insults on every important Ghanaian. And because he supports and assists the political party, there's no problem with political parties supporting their own. Every political party supports their own. There's no problem. Akufo-Addo supports his own. John Mahama supports his own. Hassan Ayariga, who is in the studio, supports his own. But you cannot support your own by using taxpayers' resources to bring in somebody like that the court has scandalized. Now, he is now worried about the bench warrant. So he has filed an application at the Supreme Court. I've spoken to plenty lawyers last night, and they all gave their perspective about, oh, this is outrage, oh, this one is that, this is that. And some of the lawyers said, no, the Supreme Court will never accept this. In the next 5 minutes, Lawyer Preku will join me and we'll go to the Supreme Court thing that he has filed. We'll tell you about it and he will give us the dimensions of it. But this is very interesting, and it should be worrisome if it is true that he's staying in the official residence of the vice president of Ghana. Yesterday, I texted Minister for Defense. He has not responded, Dr. Mani Boama, and asked him certain questions that you are a Catholic priest, Dr. Mani Boama. You are a Catholic priest. You are Minister for Defense. Who wants his child to be like this guy? Who wants his child to grow up and have an insulting tongue like this guy? Who wants his son to be like this guy? Who wants his daughter to be like this guy? And because of politics, you bring him to Ghana. Why, you think NDC will be in power forever? My goodness, even Kwame Nkrumah was not in power forever. Nkrumah was in power from 1951 up to 1966. Calculate how many years. It was not forever. J.J. Rawlings. Today they do June 4th and Fifi Kwete is angry that NDC didn't participate in the June 4th. The all-powerful J.J. Rawlings. He was in power from 1981 up to year 2000. It ended. How do you do these things? Why do we do these things? Somebody that has insulted everyone. You bring him to Ghana with state money and go and put him in the official residence of the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana. Jena Nopukwajiman appears to have her own house. She's comfortable with this. She doesn't want to move. So the Vice President's official residence is vacant. This is the same place John Mahama stayed as president. This is the same place Muhammadu Bawumia stayed until 2024. This is the same place that Aliyu Mahama stayed. This is the place where a fugitive from justice, against whom there's a bench warrant, is protected by the state apparatus to go and stay. How did we get this information? Because people who are in the state apparatus are unhappy with it. That's how these things leak all the time. People in the state apparatus are unhappy with it. They are grossly unhappy with it. So they are telling us, Charlie, give it to Good Evening Ghana. Oh, this one, give it to Okateche. Give it to, what is this? What are our people doing? What kind of thing is this? That's the conversation. But why they brought the guy inside again? Oh, but what is this? If the guy has a cost problem, he should go to court. Why are they doing this? And they say we should send him back out. Yeah, call Good Evening Ghana and give it to him. That's how we get the information. So those who are leading those people, beware. Minister, you are leading them, beware, because they are talking behind your back. And they are thinking that what you are doing is not good. They are talking, they are not MPP people, oh, they are state security people. They are talking behind your back. And they are thinking that this thing you are doing is terrible. Look at, we looked at some of the videos that he has done. Trying hard to get some of them that are okay, so we can show on television, so that those who often don't watch, they'll get a sense of who we are talking about. We struggled and got a little bit that doesn't have profound insults in it, because that is always the style. Profound insults. That's always the style. Have a look at this. Have a look at this one.
Akonya bia te se toilet you hine se bedi anim na musuomra eso ase you se be kansam mampuntumra abrabom edian hine na yedi ni sa no edian hine na yedi ni sa no wo na wo ma santemai say otufo wo na wo se santemai o tom ebi o mon kan kire wo asantemai say e wo otufo na otufo te wo na yesi sebio wo na nanom o mo baaye no sa nkwase asem we komo so anka nda akonya kase we enkeda ho Most son semfu sododo. You book on your name tia, na yeso nyoma so. Otufo, you have limited power. You have limited power. Asante is nothing. Say 2 million asante biem. 2 million ni menshia biem. Ni mumpaya wo wiase nyina ye showa masarai. Bebediza when the Corinthians onimdia wo nyina ontumi san bayare. Ankan Williams. Ono so ne ba no so aboda mo se den osora no ate chain. We ni kwate sia te se mire. Edidim kwasi asem on TikTok was Danka William wa bompa ye wo wiase nyina de brofo abo ontumi san ba yare na mo mogibigimi ana mensa otabo akotena court a bank board so we wie sika tetram o de nam Ghana osoro na o hye Igbo for curtains
Abusiam for me church mu nyina ma mu nyina akwa aba pio ai ye ko ye nkyere ye beti asan aba ai ene de ma memfa the traditional world way, courtesy of Mama Esther. I'm very proud of being, Ghanaian and mostly I can. I wish I'm from a church. I'm acquire ye part the mobile platform way so. Yasanya Transibium. I think say more munya da J. Everywhere show na the bramo we are no. You had the satisfaction listening to my brother Kofi. Say Yasamba Yanka Sayedium. yɛbɛbɔ gum yɛbɛka deɛ nkɔ yie deɛ asɛ ne deɛ aporo ne deɛ ateteɛ ɛwɔ ndc amanyɔkuo no mu ne yɛ projecte yɛankasa yɛwura baako pɛ Dr. Alhaji Muhammad Bawumia na yɛde no akyerɛ wiase amansan ɛna yɛnkyɛ na yɛde bibia aba na wieɛ nti ɔdɔfoɔ mɛsɛ sɛ woaba bɔ mmɔden a na share video no like na bɔ mmɔden nso sɛ wonya subscribe yɛ a wobɛ subscribe ɛwɔ channel wei so sɛ da bia yɛba live a wobɛnya nkaebɔ sɛ yɛaba na wabɛka yɛn ho na yɛne wo nyinaa adi dwuma yi ɛyɛ ne kama paa nti mesɛ wɔ sɛ share video no ma me share kɔ group a wɔwɔ mu na group foɔ so hu sɛ yɛaba na yɛntumi ɛnkyɛ nsɛm nyinaa ɛmfa yɛn nyinaa yɛnkyɛ mfa na yɛmfa bi so ɛnto yɛ kotodwam te sɛ nyansasɛm na yɛmmɔ ho ban na yɛmfa protect the interests of our beloved country. That is all what we are doing here. We are just protecting our country, and that is our main mission. Whereby boy a home modern so say betimi project ya nkasa yewura baako pɛ Dr. Alhaji Muhammad Bawumia na watumi ababedi ɔman so na wayɛ yɛ man yie ɛde ama yɛn enti yaba no deɛ na yaba ɔkranteɛ ne ne ba ɔsi yaba no deɛ na yaba. There is nothing that can change the will of God. As Doctor would be the president, it is the same thing that is going on this platform. We will never and never change. We know where we come from. We know what we are following. We know our ideas, and we know our ideology that we believe in. Abusia mechacha mu nyina mimia maame akua nya akomchia yie pa ma wakwa abasa nso na mimia Evans Jaben so mechia ne yie pa me maame akua afro papa bi mechia yie pa e ma wakwa aba na me maame adom achim wonso mechia e ma wakwa aba pa George Frimpong wonso mechia yie pa e ma wakwa aba eba program yi so sanso na mechia mimia Richard Manson e wo Facebook mimia Balibino mechia wonso na mimia Kwaku Boateng wonso mechia yie pa abusia enade asem ne wo ho. I think say uye Ghana ni papa uye meka amene Ghanaian a true Ghanaian no a wadwene mu da ho na wonyare na wo mo dam e wo wadwene mu a ene eye da bia e wo se owura enhu yie pa e wo se owura enhu genti ama owura enhu ne se yakwa koto aba edi akwa koyi nipa bi edi tumi ayewo man no mu nyina ahye ne nsa se ommo ho ban na oma emra no enya adwuma saa nipa na yede mra na ahye ne nsam a yede tumi aka ne ho se oma mra ne nya adwuma na oma onhwe mra no so ma mra ne nya adwuma na omfa ntentene oman no mufuo nyina no eye saa nipa kro na ahye ase ebu sabio emra na ewo oman no mu animtia. Ese leadership by example. Miya akwasi asabwa mu akwaba tiemiye pa asem na ye kan emu eduru papa na ye friend John Dariga Dramani Mahama onni ne nkrofo na omo ye NDC fo na ene omo na omo wa ban mu no 7 December no abato na ye koto ye no ye mu binom ya nto ama no, but in a democratic country no dodo no ene ede mra anase dodo no ene yi okandifo enti se dodo no koto na omo yi okandifo a otomano wanto amano automatically wato amano enti akwa koto abakwa yewra John Dramani Mahama ena yede ye mra ntempo a ye fe ne constitution na ma ne se je ene Ghana fo nyina ye tumi yede atade to ene yede ama papa ise omfa ye tumi no mfa mo emra tempo no ho ban na oma emra ne nya adwuma wo man no mu na ma obi a enye de ese na efata e wo man no ni ma me Vivian Kuma me makwa aba de na ekoso no se akwa bi a yesi oti basement e wo America e friend Kevin Taylor wadi Ghana fo mpanfo nyina atem wagu Ghana fo nyina ni mase enkwada ne mpanfo sabio prominent people in the society nyina papa yi atimi atwe won asi ho adi won atem aka wonima agu omo anim ase to the point say watumi kurampo na try say obey interfere in the decision made by a court ena mo so ama court no ayedan ama ne warrant of arrest a etre say wa form Ghana mrana ena menu so ntino ye yi John Dariga Dramani Mahama so ye Ghana man panyina obia ntumi nye ho achinye ye se Kevin Taylor form sa mra no I'm a competent court of the jurisdiction. I decided I make a decision say sa kwa we do odre nan besi Ghana man mu bia Ghana ban bia o te Ghana man akonwa so no omfa mra na o man man dia man no enchi akwa no entum enam say wadi bone abusia dien ena asie dia asie nyina ne say Dariga John Dramani Mahama de tumi na ye de mana obetumi de asepe ne ho obetumi de aye community husband obetumi de asesa Ghana japade de amani nwianom obetumi aboabo ne group ano akohwifo akromfo na no na omo ache oman na japade afa no de sa tumi no de ose opepa waje atom na de ye de mana se omfa moye ho ban wo oman num no papa ne se ene de omfa nya adwuma enti na we suma Kevin Taylor na Ghana mra ehwehwe no achina tum atwena so enam se wadi bone no eye John Mahama mom ene ne nkrofo ne kofa ne firi America ede ne ba Ghana tio omokofa ne firi America de na ba Ghana se omra me fight against the decision na Ghana mra timpom no I take it on his behalf no abra emra no ene ne nie tiemi yepa tumi no Mahama ho tumi na yede ama tumi na nke wo se emma mra ne nya adwuma effectively no sa tumi no e wo Mahama ho instead of say yewura Mahama de tumi ne bebo oman ne mra no ho ban ama bibia akoso yie wo oman no ono no de mra ne ye nkwasiade ebi ni say obi a oye fugitive of judgment from a Supreme Court no omutumi ko fa ne de ne ba oman no secretly say omra na omra mekuntia decision a court no I take it on the behalf of that person. Abusia, where is the democracy that our forefathers ye nananom ne ye nsenom ne ye wo fa no mo awu kodi omomoja eje to ho no ehefa na akwa akodie se omampanyin na nkasa eye first person sabio obu emra no anim ogu emra no anim ase anase onni mra no so a miya ya man na ye frene kabi ma minka bi ama oman ya man na ye sabio ye nya fa ahodie no a ye nhye polisi ana soja abanya ase no ekodi he ehefa na kwa akodi ma me nkyerɛkyerɛ mu yie na ye nkɔ yanim ade no eya homote eya pa ento asum nyansa nim wei amount ho ase ye se saa party na omo aba aban mu no omo nye ni papa omo nye competent enough say o say ye ntumi fa oman ne tumi nyina enhye wonsam because they are doing everything selective. They are doing it by selecting. They are chasing people based on their political affiliations. They are why bone e wo manum no. Se wo ye Ndc ni a ye de achew. Asempa na ekoso no. Ene ba bi o man na kwa koduru no. Se wo ye Ndc ni na se wadi bone penya ye de achew. Se wakum obi pen no ye Ndc ni a Mahama tena sia ye de achew wadi Ghana man sika uye Ndc ni na ye di wachi wo court ye twewaso ye pe sika gye e de aboye man ho ban a Mahama betena konwa so a first thing or the achew wajao ure firi na aden me ma me papa ure firi me wia ure firi say akwa we ye no ye finance minister ato forcing Mahama bedi akonwa na asem okoto ye di na asem say we 2.9 million US United European Union money. Okay. So we did 2.9 million euros. Some okay. Mr. Dixon now you're the governor of the governor of Bank of Ghana governor. Also sir, omobaye neja etuane to so we di omani sika. Dr. Puni, the former Cocoa Board CEO, also sir, neja etuane to we sika. And so NDC has there, or see no prosecutor to say a case be any ho so will be actually. And yet you watch one for free, among four mohuni. And I say I'm born more abaso body any be say a year more ministers, a mubinum ya year more CEOs, a binum and they are ministers, and a binum so ye CEOs, and a binum also ye Juma was a Frastar house. I can't say presidential staffers. I would default and Crawford more case, ye bought more basso. And I'm so my Kevin Taylor, so that attitude in a one this it be at us in so Emma will be a judge. I decided to say they must to arrest that guy, and then this it make of far quality the Bagana secretary. Now, Mubedra or more say aqua could be. Danya only the vice presidents in the Tinamu. Danya Mahama Atinamu Pen. Danya Yura Dr. Bawumia Atinamu Pen. Sa Dino, I Ghana for your dying. Ghana Sebio, your tax and Edipiano, Edipiahoka, your tax and Edisi, Sa Dino Mumna ye Biano, Kevin Taylor, then Kwasi Assembly, Jimmy Semno, Ecotram. Enti Kevin Taylor has turned to be a hero. Tiemi pa. Asem no moya. Kwasi ampanyin Kevin Taylor wadi bone a Ghana mre hwehwe na ache no. NDC for edini frabroche de na ba. Secretary asian ko bie the vice presidential residence no. Ya asian ko bia no de Kevin Taylor akotena se ontena ho e na mo bo na ho ban. Me papa minya be ma minya ba wo hwem ya ye hu bio ya ye hu bi papa me say ye ye mu nso ye mu ade anu awe efidi say we are satisfied ye fidi say ya me ye fidi say ye di aduam papa bi beti enim say ya ankasa ye nso no e na ye yi anu atena ho awe. And that Kevin Taylor has turned to be a hero. Adenya, ye won kwasi afo party bi omo omudi enso. And Kevin Taylor has turned to be an important figure, an important personality, very, 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 very important personality. Politically, enye by celebrity. Eti onono ene the vice presidential residence hono. E hona Kevin Taylor baga na odini nkwe. It's so a Ghana ni. Now, same way, and I don't know what else will let you feel sad for your country. This is the level that we are. Say, a buying or tell Kunyasu Timikofa a fugitive of a decree from a court. A Timikofa and the about my name, secretary. Now, Sansa Delhi, mene we a tax ya. A tax a no, and no eddy. And maintaining that house. Assembly yare ho esanso ye e ma nipa kura bofo no. Ni nyina ne se ye nya kohwifo akromfo a ene omo na omudi anim wo man no enti de omo pe na omo de omo man ne tumi no eye. De omo pe na omo de tax na ye tuatua na omo de ye. Same way, on my bank, and a year serious, a fugitive from justice. A fugitive from justice. A buying best spending or buying sika. A coffin in a buffet. Now, what's your money, but biata? Now, so dear. Kino for that or son, who are dear. Yes, FB and Kofanamara. Where the Adenankasa Buffio, Yadena Buffy. Kino for that Kurampona, called to be a economic investigation, called to be a kind of say crime wine away. ABN Hawaii investigation, I can say, Papa will mention to Wadiska. But they are demanding the FBI to bring the man back to Ghana. But to be a court, Atnase, I'm making a determined young can say judgment against him. No, I buy way to make a fan than but they are saying so the tires payer money, no, as and their no for the long term that you live in the country. Yet ho, yes, way no ma. Yet ho, yes, way a friends and family government. Yet ho, yes, way injustice. Way yet ho. Yes, way any insensitive governance. Ghanaians should understand, say, the point where we are and the danger that this incompetent sitting president or expose the country to know. We are heading towards a very big dish. A very big dish. Yetoma yen sorry beam. See Yetoma yen sorry beam. Because it is unacceptable and there is no way and no how. There is no manner that someone can justify this bogus action the government of the NDC today has done. Check your Kofa Kevin Taylor secretary. Aba Ghana. Abra Ghana mra. Peno. Edim Rana Chinaso. Ni assignment to call. Free uncle. Uncle. Besabio, I could be a we are banchibidia. Yenyawa, near the Watum says yes. Now them. No. This is Mahama for you. Me say, Abanwe. 4 years. These 4 years of John Daliga Dramani Mahama. If Ghanaians are able to survive, it means Ghana for Afghanistan, we can still survive. Say, Ghana for to me survive these 4 years. Even in Iraq, who could jai Ghana for Guhua under war zone, Kurana, we will still survive. Because it is not actually a democratic ruling and a yehun horror. The ecosono, it is even bigger than the dictatorship. And the TikTok bloggers cry, we are chasing them in Ghana. TikTok bloggers show, Facebook bloggers and I say for more Twitter on Twitter, NDC is so incompetent and don't know what to do to the point to say they are chasing these people's life. Bonebeng and Ghana this year, Edia Mahama. This is all because we decided that we wanted this thing to happen. Abusiamfo yenko yanim na yemfa ensamfufura meremo. Me pese muntie video way.
And the peace of Ghana will be disturbed. It is the MPP government that is in power. Recently, I've been hearing some things happening in Bawku that appear to be threatening to disturb the peace there. I just appeal to the people of Bawku area and all those who are stakeholders in what is happening there to exercise patience, exercise restraint. We know that there are some sinister hands who are trying to stoke the fires of ethnic conflict. They should not allow themselves to be provoked to violence. And so please, the people of Bawku area, I'm begging you, I'm pleading with you, remain calm, be restrained, don't resort to conflict. NDC is coming. When we come, we will make sure there's peace in Bawku. and surrounding areas.
From video way. Watch this video very well. Video way a video bia. Na me pese Abusham for entino se video we tie video we ya. Yewura Mahama ena akwa gina boko. Na yese ena me ka asem we se asem bia Dr. Bawomi aka ye no. Eye bebu bia I think say for the rest of our days before ansana ye mu be ye wo etesi mu ye bewu no. Dr. Bawomi asem aka ye no. We will use it every time, which is when the fundamentals are weak, no, the exchange rate will expose you. When you campaign on lies and propaganda, the reality on the ground will really expose you at the long round. Sabusheye Tiasima John Darega kan ya. John Darega was indirectly accusing the MPP for being the cost of the Bawku war by saying, say, you want crofobin moha omo manage anas omo manipulate anase omo eyeden edi political power ehihye Bawku ntokwanum about Bawku ntokwanum the bia edina nan so. I'm coming to play another video. Nana Bema Memwakwaba. John Darega was actually telling the Kusasi people, say, the Indian Tokwa Koso wo krum hanane say, mo Kusasi for, people Pemwasem, Indian people wo power, they are sponsoring the Mamprusi people to fight against you. That is what John Mahama said. And I cannot actually understand why every time it me jaya home. Emma papa will to me then tro coffee nkontompo etimi dadaye etiki our conscious our knowledge Emma yen etimi eji di obeka no tumi akoton kwase aba abusia ena me no kasai Bawku youth Ndc fo mpanyinfo mo Bawku a mo ye kusa asefo Ndc for executive for mu yekusa asefo ababonten abeka nsem bi amasese obia adwinima to kama say Ndc for they went to Bawku during the campaign time and told Bawku kusa asefo say omonkoto aba emfama Ndc na say Ndc ba they are going to solve the war and they are going to give the land issues na the chieftaincy issues na they are going to give everything to Kusase for. But yet to abani we ya na eye empty promise na Mahama na all his intention was only for the power no. Amen ne Kusase youth has come out. Enye youth to NDC executives so mo Kusase for mo Bawku no. Omwaba Bontian be sounded a very strong warning to the NDC said. Boshe no mo de show mono. Omomo Kusase for no. Omo di omo boshe so in fact, you reckon Japan and Nkrofo. They are using this, say Dr. Bawomi ono ankasa ni krom. When ya one vote kura, there was some constituencies. But yene no krena babe daddy say the cost of it ni nyina say Ndc foko kan jagu Bawku ntokwanom e de ye campaign e de kire Kusase for say eye Dr. Bawomi na ama ntokwane koso menyankopon a ompe bone na ofa ne boa oche ansana wato Wato ne bo oto ne bo no. But John Mahama na niba kosua na bo. Ya to bo a mu edru dia bo John Mahama na niba kosua ene osu. Adenti America na sha. Mahama went ahead and said something more dangerous during the campaign time. Okasema na ye very, very, very dangerous during the campaign time. Now you say upenipa dasani ni sune ne banyahra. Give him money and power, and there you get the rare character of the person. Assembly or have a watch, John Mahama ne can ye. Now I wonder why the Christian communities or more minum, the Muslim community, the non-government organizations or more minum, any nipa hodo, a kwa hodo or mwaka or more man or mokasa or mokasa actually. Why did they not call on this man about this idiotic expression? A potential leader, a potential president of a country. Utimi ko jani padudu ani mo ani abro mo ti ni so. Ye kuma mo busiamfo. Ye kuma mo yede ne omo ma. Omo nwame ma ene omo kunu nom. Utimi ko tena omo anim e ka asem wei. E dia manfo so ni omo ekoji tumi. Utumi de omo su ni omo areho. Omo ayamu dia e ka omo ya na eye omo ya wo omo yam. Utumi de enu ko gina so koji tumi firi omo nsam. Now the asema Mahama kan ha. Yenti na yensamra. Listen to this video very carefully. Very, very interesting. Message say hi RAZ Media. Now I like it. Now I share so. Unsubscribe ya now I subscribe. Yenko na yenti asema Mahama kan.
In government, Bawku is at peace. Unfortunately, as soon as NDC leaves government, the Bawku crisis flares up again. And let nobody say it's a fight between ethnic groups. There is politics behind it. And there are people who deliberately fund that crisis. Everybody, the majority of people in Bawku, Kusasis, Mamprusis, Bimubas, Busangas, everybody wants peace. Because everybody wants peace to do his business. I mean, the current curfew in which we are, nobody likes it. Our chiefs are being told they can't wear smocks and go into town. So what is a chief supposed to wear? A shirt like me? How would they know he's a chief? And yet it's because of the violence and the crisis. And they were forced to do it because people hide weapons in their smocks and go and shoot at people. But I can assure you that peace is our priority. When NDC comes, and I didn't say if, I said when NDC comes, we're going to prioritize Bawku's peace so that peace will return to Bawku. And people can go about their business and look after their families. All the other things you said, I've taken note of them, the road network and all that. Fertilizer, when NDC was in government, fertilizer was about 150 cedis a bag. Today, fertilizer is more than 800 cedis a bag. And so the farmers cannot afford it. And so we need to bring down the price of fertilizer, subsidize it so that our farmers can buy and increase food production. NDC is in government, Bawku is at peace.
So entity asema Mahama kan hayo. Present okwasi ukrom. Na wani abre. Na ye kumu wadofo, unwianom, ukunu, oba, onana bi. Na the potential president ebejina kan cho say to abama me. Na se me ba media medi asumdue bebre mo because party na ti aban mu no na amantokwa asi obukro. What do you think the citizens will do? Enti Kenya Japan ni nkrofo. Kenya Japan ni nkrofo a Mama sabio Mahama ni fidi achemo. Ensemfo Mahama ye oyoye. Ensemhu na okeka ye ni kwanse a statement kan. Na muntu min criticize. Na mu take that as your campaign message, you know. Momra na mo metie nyansa na mo hwese de mo anim asi agu ase. Abusia asem we Mahama kan ya manfo gitu mu pa kusa asefo no omo gitu mu. In fact, it is on record say Minya Alex Asare be mo akwaba. The Kusasi community in the Bawku area, they all voted for John Darega Dramani Mahama. Almost the Omadri di Agropa. Now we are ye no. Akwabi yourself any Ayarega. I think say he's a Minister of Defense or whoever he is. Sa akwa we ye kase no jina hobi o. Ye kase no jina hobi. Wusu Ayarega ye kawasemi. O maami ye kusasa na o papa ye mamprusi. Nanso enam jimini intellectual dishonesty. Jimmy, any intellectual dishonesty nti ude o maame asefo akwaji power ene na ato usui. Sese ukrom untumi nkobiem because udi nkontompo ni echi. Nkontompo ni ti se John Darega Dramani Mahama echi na udie. Ena mudi ntro de kire kusa asefo. Ene wo maame abusuamfo no. Eno papa abusuamfo no. Omu ku omo ho na yesi wiase ayewo yi. Enipa dasani. Se wunya de wo wiase japade wo wiase nyina. Na wo hwere wo kra na mfaso ben ena wanya. Ena wote akra udi de Yama V8 ya oti air condition mu a air condition ebo anim to how maame no wo fase nom ne wasefo ogu boko a ye kum won to say nwan no. Is that what you needed because of power? Mimia eleked be mu akwa na Mimia Francis wo kan so me mu akwa ba sese ya tumi no abedi wunsam na wasefo Ona nanom wo fase o ma o yerenom o yira busuamfo ye kum won te se nkraman emoa e wo side ho no ene na woni je ho wa betu jejeje wan wo se wo fie ye twaja tum after election wan wo se ne Ayarega untimi nko okro mu biem enye nduru ba be ye yanto wase what is coming is coming. Aye, the thing has started doing and it is doing very well. It is doing very well. Say, karma is a fucking bitch. And never and ever think, say, you will not get paid on what you say or what you do. The obeying assassin subiano, and who's so also. And it is the papa, forget about it. That's how yet at the bonny chunk contompodin pro. And yet they instigate people against others. The end result is that you will be also find yourself in a situation whereby you will not have nobody to come and help you. And then atiegu NDC for sure. NDC executive omo na yede message ne soma won ema wo call house to house in the Kusasi communities ye ko convince the Kusasi people to vote massively for the NDC no. And omo ba bonten mi uskani papa me mo akwa ba Omwa ba bontin a omode warning kase abra yewura Mahama say ye nye kwasia for all the time untumi enyimi ye for all the time. It is time say the promises that you made, the things that you told us concerning entokwana na ekoso ewo ye man muhano brana bayo enye sa ye nyina. All the executives we are disassociating ourselves from your party. Ayarega na Mahama. Oh, so we see utiase. When we say we see utiase, we told you guys, say stop cheap campaign. Do a campaign based on fact. Obetumi aye. Ukromufu ewu. Uye political leader. Wajidin uwo tumi mu onkrofo mo sorande mo free both ethnic jiminti inside of you to call them and use your political influence to solve the issue as Dr. Bawumia was doing. You rather what gaslighted everything because of power and never with the atomo Ayarega Mrs. Sanko Krum just take a day and go to your home. Say wo kwa koche wa busuamfo. Na ye hwe so obese aba akra betan condition asibi ma. Ai abo mame abo ajimere mu akwaba. Me say ayarige just take a plane and go to Tamale. Say wo koboko akoche wa busuamfo. Na ye hwe so obese aba akra betan air condition ase ayi hwerewa e de akere air condition bi ma. You see what will happen to you, because you say the evil that man do lives after and with them. We are just at the 7th month after you won the power. The evil that the man does or do lives with or after them all the time. Imam Elizabeth Asana Mwakwaba. Video natural. The NDC executives in Bawku has actually come out chasing John Mahama and even exposing John Mahama by telling Ghanaians son na Mahama na all gaslighting Ntokwano. And in Tiana during the election no na Ntokwani jina na nine so den paano. Enyemina meka. Enyemi kwa kuna miko. Ghana for Monsodio. Where dia your moa na eka o. Your moa na eka. Aye. Eye kusase for na moto aba ema John Mahama. Yewura Kennedy Japan sikafuo binom amodiya campaign no. And then the reality has come out to say it wasn't about Dr. Bawumia, but it was about the comforter John Mahama and Nkrofo at the year campaign. That is what caused the massive defeat from the northern region. Yentie video no na Yensamela Studios. Yentie.
Traditional area. And the press conference dated 15 July 2025. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, we begin by expressing our profound gratitude to Almighty God for preserving our lives in these perilous times. We also thank you, the men and women of the media, for promptly responding to our urgent call in this critical moment of betrayal, bloodshed, and impunity. We, the undersigned National Democratic Congress constituency executives from the 6 constituencies within the Kosak traditional area, Denduri, Bawku Central, Kusiga, Garu, Tempani, and Zabila, stand before you today, deeply alarmed and outraged by the rating security situation in Bawku and the total failure of this government to protect the lives, dignity, and rights of the very people who gave them power. On July 13, 2025, the people of Kosak woke up to what can only be described as a state-sponsored assault, not only on civilians, but on the very soul and authority of our traditional leadership. In an appalling and indefensible act, the military desecrated the image of our revered overlord, His Royal Majesty Joran Bokunaba, by setting ablaze his statue, an act so vile and provocative it amounts to declaration of war on the people of Kosak. The justification for this barbarity, a reported attack by unknown persons on Mampusi buses and the military escort. While we do not condone violence in any form, no civilized or lawful state responds by massacring innocent women and children, invading schools, brutalizing students, and injuring 2 of them. This is not law enforcement. This is state terrorism, and it will not be accepted under any circumstances. Let it be known, the Kosak people have reached their limit. During the 7th December 2024 election, while the rest of Ghana voted for hope and progress, the Kosak people voted not just for development, but for survival, placing their trust in the NDC and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, believing his administration would deliver justice and peace through the rule of law. That trust is now dangerously eroded. The government, instead of taking bold and lawful action to resolve the chieftaincy conflict, has outsourced responsibility to the Asantehene. The perpetrators of violence walk free, a worsening crisis, deepening mistrust, and a growing perception that the government has chosen political expediency over justice. As the front frontline leaders and campaigners of the NDC in Kosor, our lives are under serious threat, not just from the crossfire of violence, but from the growing anger of our own people, who now see us as enablers of a system that has betrayed them completely. We refuse to continue risking our lives and integrity in the name of a government that appears to have no respect for our people, our leaders, or the promises we made on its behalf. Our core concerns. 1. The people of Kosar.
What is the real things amodeba? Now, the final 1 minute of the video, no. The ansama kwana kai the mu edu pa. Asem na akwa we kai mu edu, but honestly me di bibe no. An afa no abokoja, yanto wase gina ho. Twi break kakra. Papa we say, Papa we asem okay nyina no. Ye mo ne tofa na ye nko yanim. O say you know, their life are at risk. Brabo, nkwa na ekito omo no. Abeda abonten se obi bia betumi aku won. Adentia, ye hu omo se omo mom na omo akwa akoton omo nkwa nkuro no community no nkwa no. Omo akwa akoton de ama amanyofo e de abeji tumi. Ena 2 minutes kodi wo mo nsam no ano bosha ye de share won no ye nyem won bosha ben ena ye de share won bosha ye de share won ne se kufo sorry Dr. Bawumia mampurusini enti ono no oboa mampurusifo mo anwene enti kusasifo nyina wo mo nto abamfama Mahama na se Mahama ba obeji tumi na dia mahefo sabio kusasefo enti se de menu tifie na waba beton ade ama me na mato na ochira mesore wa ton fon ama me na ochira mesore me se ni so fon ya fon no nso odwene se de na me de beyo anade na me ka kyew eno mu bi na nkrofo ye omote ho omo kasai the leaders of the NDC campaign in Kusase and Mampurusi land. Omo kan kire sabio John Mahama say udi ntro kire yen say Bawumia na e man tokwe koso woga e wo boko. Bawumia na e akode e de Mampurusi fo. Enti yem nkrofo nto abama na say oba wodi tumi wodi o power na ye de be ma no e ba betai Kusase fo achi ama yenko sasefo ye dinkunim e wo Mampurusifo so but ene enye ne na yehu de yehu ne say a soldier for ba they want to bring peace. They are not going in support of any other, they are not going in support of any trap and as any ethnic group. Abusia if say na papa ne kan nyina no so on a battle no mokoto massively the man John Mahama no. It was all because of what? Bosha no dia show mo say oba no de to me as a ban aba betai kusase fo achi ama kusase fo adi Mampurusifo so nkunim because video bi o ha mammo ana Mahama e kan kire kusase fo say asase na omote so no so e buy e tre e chen Mampurusifo enti ono Mahama no oba obeye omu region ama omu anya omu ankasa their local authority enti ko promise nkwasi promise na manfo twi omu koto abama na wunya tumi na sabio kwan obefa so a woni samejam fi be wia gold e na wodwene ho na wugya nkrofo ewo boko ukurom na omo ko ekum omo ho a do you think they will forgive you and na one na masa ya boko jan because pressure na e ba ne so no ontumi nso ano because ono na no ko fie to fie e ba amanfo dawuro e fra Mahama ho se wa hye won bo se oba ode ne tumi betai kusasefo achi abra na Bawumia e yusu diplomatic way to solve this issue no na John Mahama gina chire kanja gum bom one ne nkrofo so hu yesi edijawa yedijawa na yedi asoa yedijawa na yedi asoa me ya we so masama ni mo akwa ba na Benjamin onzo mo akwa ba pa si yedijawa na yedi asoa ukɔhyɛ wɔ mbɔ sɛ wode utumi a wowɔ te sɛ aban ɛbɛtae wɔ n'akyi no ɛnɛ wo sɔre yɛ a wosi sɛ bi hwan na nkɔ yɛwura otumfoɔ na nkɔ hɔ nkɔ sɔɔfo na sɛ if otumfoɔ goes there otumfoɔ is going to do justice na yɛka justice ankasa mampurusifoɔ ɛna according to sabio history no saa land no ɛyɛ ɔmo deɛ ɛne nti ankrofo so ɔmo nte ase sɛ otumfoɔ mom na ɛbɛkɔ hɔ akɔyɛ justice because otumfoɔ ɛwɔ the records of every ethnic group in the country me ya Kofi Frank mo akɔ aba oskani ai ɔmo nya hu hwe kora me oskani kusa asefoɔ no nim sɛ otumfoɔ kɔ hɔ a ɔde nokora na ɛbɛto fam Mahama nso adi kan kyerɛ ɔmo sɛ ono omfa nokre ene be decide na mom ode ne political power no ebe tai kusa asefo achi amamo anya tumi e wo mampurusifo so ena nkwasiafo we so gitum ena omkoye omkwasia campaign ene na musu enya nuruba bia muntu firi ho yese be kumu te se nkonfem se montu amfiri boko hankope ba bia ntena yebekum ahomo te se nkonfem yekum wi ani ewuram Burkina ana Benin ni ayi ani Mahama mfa ho na ohwetumi keke ne nsaka tumi na wie no wo ya aboa kora wa yeden wa yira so John Darigat Ramani Mahama has been exposed by his own NDC executive say wa hye nkwasiabo na nkwasiabo na o hye won no wantumi ani so omo mpe nokore omo pentro ene nada omo pese yemfa politics and political power and determine who is the owner of the Kusasi Mamprusi land ene ne monne montena hwa na munsu engu muyam abusu yenko yanim na bre no ene yenwo kakra yeah meso se afi na waba na wa like channel na mame ai na wa like video no nso aka ho share mame ai na comment nso na mehu na menchia na mehu se waba everything is care courtesy of me mame Esther Keba ndamu nyina se abusuanfo yen taso na yenko yanim the to aho the next is this boom. Today is 16th July 2025. Another day I meno ka say Dumsuor levy no abetodwa ene o topotro bia 1 liter bia obeto bia no e wo se wontua 1 Ghana cedis emfa majo Mahama na enkrofo we hu omo ye trekish show omo ye trekish pa o ka se enkrofo we di Dumsuor levy ba ye kan ho asema e no mudi America e no mudi kosi ese da bi omo twetwen so omo kodwena ho kakra enkrofo we di sa levy ye ba anajusuom anajo krono pa ena nipa kakra bi kotena parliament ho ena omo decide so omo di levy ba are kire se sabio auto patrol tabaaku bia jo Mahama bejo 1 cedi e de ato ne bottom adentia o se ye de ba be sofo Dumsuor e wo Ghana man yebo wo jana enkrofo we paja de omo de akwakosie se omo na anye bi omo ana omo kan so omo boa bra sana ni nyina ye ntro ene na ada enne de de ya me no ka se omo assign de aba na NDC is a certain government and they are thieves unim de ntia mekanisa sa enkrofo we enne de de ya omo di level we aba Ghana for ye ba be ka ho asem no Mahama went out yesterday and told Ghanaians to say, Ghana buying Ajuma Ajuma, Ghana buying crop for fuel allowances, or them are buying ministers, presidential staffers, deputy ministers, and then crop for no. Obma ubia petrol and diesel PM. That's a yepa. I entro. Am I fan now? I entropa. John Mahama is a smart politician and a very fraudulent personality. I didn't tell American sir. And I'm saying Mahama Nimuse. D-Levy way a good topic for every blogger, TV, radio station, a presenter. Mahama want to cover this D-Levy. And today na why wapa abontia ba betu na numu to say wana woye adwuma maga na ban nyina no omma obia fuel ala wa biem enti obia ni wa yema ni fuel coupon biem said ye be ya enkurasefo TV presenters no Captain Smart no kwasi ampanyi na laja nto anom ai ajimi fo na omo no ya ma omo sika no omo be kasa for what the abolishment of what them call a fuel coupon no na D-Levy no yaka ya no atum na akoti said ya hwinsi papa yenka ya no ntum ya chew kura obo entropa na odi entra odi nyina ne se ene fuel ya tum ena ya sanso di D-Levy na aka ho na de ya wo mu ne se fuel coupon so na Mahama aba ka na wabonten no ontwa mu o amamfo gusu a ye mo mo fuel coupon a omo de ye den edge petrol e wo filling stations person ye di kan ka kire mo no the NDC government is doing something we call the public sympathy social media manipulation misinformation. NDC abanwe no they are really programmed in the mix and disinformation. Anti-sab abolishment of government fuel no omobwa enye no kure senke ye no kure dia nke wo senne sa fuel depo na ewo osu castle ho na eho na abanya dwuma yefo ekwaji petrol no ewo senka wa demolish no abusu on temi ye pa se mo beka ya MPP abreso asem bi si abronye ene owusu bempo mo ntam asem ni nyina se enam se Ghana ban wo ono ankasa ne pump ba bia aban adwuma yefo kwaji petrol edi ye adwuma no ayewo osu castle ehona na abro fa se abopa kwaji petrol a plus kwaji petrol ena abronye kote ne to saa depo no eda so ho ehona Ghana aban adwuma yefo kwaji fuel enti se Mahama se wotwa mu dia ene saa depo no onye den ontutu no anase omraste no onse satan kese na esi no enkotungu ene na be me yate ase ese no kore na enye no kore it is just what them call deceiving deceiving what them call information the enti omoye de omoye ni nyina ne say they just want to cover the D-Levy and next system July it take effect on every single liter of fuel that you buy at the pumps of Ghana today. Mahama ye nipa bone papa. Papa we on kano kete. Papa ni yon kontomponi to the point to say okodafia na joa. Enye se okodwene kwan obefa so a obesolve problems e wo man no mo. Papa we no okoda the ordinary any kwan obefa so obetimi aba deceive the citizens with lies, untrue information. And I offer this usu kwa chinso a oye real professionalist in terms of propagating and lying to the people. And we have found a way to cover the effectiveness of this levy by saying, say, we have scrapped coupons for fuel. I no kre, ayentro, na yen kotopo, I bin sida. Yen na wo man mu, ye bete ho asem. Yen na yete ma we mu, ye be as ho asem beba. Yen na yete man mu, we are going to put our cameras at the pumps. Me mama Monica Mwakwaba to see say NDC appointees, presidential staffers, so mom fa coupon and kwaji potro or pumps. We are going to set our cameras at the Osu Castle and see say the government depot for fuels na ewo ho no say ebeye adwuma anase nya adwuma an enami yokojo kan NDC the clean net government omo ya kromfo sene nipa nyina. Remember, every thief is a liar and every liar is a thief. Temi yepa yen scrapo hwe. They have not sacrificed any benefit from government, any benefit from the appointment. There was some Monsan Kenyano. They are enjoying it. They are even enjoying it more because Ghana buying Nifia media nkwano. Yasisa nipa mako 18 neguwa yeti omoka. And there is no what them call reduction of government expenditure. A man in Koda with him, just public sympathy no more. You see, ye baby cram ye bebeti nipa kakras, ye nipa kakrabi ne bebu Ghana mine. And there is no government in the history of Ghana when ya appointment ya edo so se Mahama de waye. He is on the top of it. But he has gone beyond the numbers of every government here. Yeah, experiencing the history of the country. But he is out there telling you, say, or the 80 ministers in a year, Juma. And in Tramba being ministers, deputy ministers, presidential staffers, government communication machinery, and why no, ye mom patrobim, a yen tronco tumpo. Nada ne boss de muka and omoka chiro. The entire press conference, it was only and only exclusively say omodibe cover the start of the levy chrono bono. Entifatu timpa na hwene so. Yenti ye maame woi nsema owo kafa sa levy nsemi ho ene ho nsunsanso e wo Ghana man mu. Ye ba ne atoado.
16th July 2025 kita won sabo so me de to so edunsia aban no de kan boy yamane se ene no omo de fa won emu entumu eba ene na so eye second pricing window sa window ye kan window ni bo ma ebenya obe se petrol ni diesel no eya na ne bo netimi kofom ne bo no tumi basoro but ene de ye kan second pricing window na according to MPA Copec money ade no ekosoro na CJ ebra enkomo idi kan beto dwa ya omode kwato mrase bedwafia na woso mo ekokwohye no wogitum gidi na sa etwe 8% ayeka ho asem ya akwato abako bi afuela woto obetua 1 Ghana cedi se woso no na eye friend say yewra John Jinapa ono na oye soafo ebe na nyina mahoden ehun totoye mampani dia hye ne sase onye adwuma no mo man Ghana odi ntremu bi be ka brofo de bi kire Ghana for si o sa 1 Ghana cedi we kra na ye de ka ho anya de ne bo no be kosoro a ebenya impact bia e wo yade ye so na CJ me pese sa audio no oboma ye na ye tie ye wi a men kan se mo chetie fo no pay.
On this note, and on this auspicious note, let me make it clear that irrespective of the 1 cedi, we are not going to see an increase in the price of pump price at the petroleum sector. It is only an intelligent government that can do this. No, it's only a smart government. It's only a government with acumen that can do this.
Eti wuti sema yera John Jiro kan brofo o se sa wan Ghana cedi na aban ede betu fuel so fa won so a ukodu filling station ho ukodu pump station a beto no so the wan Ghana ne betu so mpo a enya dia fa won ne bo ebe kosoro na CJ wondia ne tie we ma me say asa 2nd July anopa no nsia pepepe we me de goal de e na din koma no payin asa 2nd July na ye wukoda se na ye ayekase yi anopa no nsia goal prices o mo de bre yen enie na super eye 12 cedi 7 pesos na diesel eye 13 cedis 20 pesos ahana na ejina asa 2nd July 2025 Yemfi 2nd July na yemejina ene eye second pricing window yemejina ene 16th July 2025 and opano sie pepe gold na mekoso adidi nkoba no pay super ashri afi 12 Ghana cedi 7 pesos abe diesel ashri every 13 cedi 20 pesos abegina 14 cedis 38 pesos yemfa super SP ashifri 14.34 pesos abegina 15.77 pesos CJ anopay asembisa ba ko pe na mibisa yewra John Jinapo mibisa ne say fan won no ka che se abanya wo ye smart abanya o ye abanya wo gina ne na so eya abanya wo dwene Ghana fo ho eya abanya o ye dwuma se be ya Ghana fo enkwa ho kyeremu no se ye ka che me se ade fi 12.7 pesos na be gina 12.88 pesos a enkwa soro se gana pa bibisa se ekwa fo ma na se gina ba bi gina Ghana fo nyina mo ame se ade fi 12 cedi 7 pesos ekosi 12 cedi 88 pesos a ye bisa se ejina ba bi ejina anase ahwikoso anasa bafom ye regina pa wada ma be yesem ya no mame enchemu ni se ade ana ne boye 13 Ghana cedi 20 pesos etimi ba be ejina 14 Ghana cedi 38 pesos a mi bisa se ejina ba bi ejina anase ahwikoso enti sama yira John Jina pocket say yen ebra no mo de saf etuo we ebetu fo no so no na odada trotro no na odada taxi drivers no anase na odada Ghana for etuo fuel no de ochi ne private car okogina filling station etuo fo no na odada na nase no wo kan de na kire no anase as a politician no wo mo de ne say yen kan de be Ghana for de yen kan de be to mutim na omadwumu be yo mo he akaso o ne we de ye because e ban say ade no say ekoso by 30 pesos ekoso by 20 pesos there is an increment and the admitted yen nchemu aminya from MPM ni omoka creation krampo ne say CJ ankase ye kase kwa second pricing window no diesel bomu ne kosoro banka petrol no anka wose ba fam kakra anase be gina ba bi gina but as ye kase petrol ekosoro entinchemu ni ye de wen enne yadi ntumuaba the second pricing window there was an increment on the sedian sanity that dampo and a band dia samba beka ho it's a band dia ne nka ho mpo na ekosoro a eka bekoso kakra bi anka yema witness 14.30 14 Ghana cedi 38 pesos a yekoto diesel one ye friends liter akwato abako enti CJ say akwato no be say 4.5 and a gallon.
Yeah.
It is 14 Ghana 38 pesos no. You multiply no by 4.5. Now you share the gallon back up. You better on the saying it will be the diesel and I am fatu hui. Me kwa me calculator. Now you about 14.38. Now you multiply it by 4.5. You multiply by 4.5 CJ 64 cedis 71 pesos. Gallon back up. Why na so a driver near or call filling station or talk gallon backo? It is how you driver, no your truck driver now will talk gallon backo 64 Ghana cedi 71 pesos. You multiply no by 10 gallons. 10 gallons which are 647 Ghana cedis. And to the why your multiplication if I was now you are joined in a person or catch you say.
Etimi ya wati yepa. Aye, we are going to say NDC and their comic comic inferior tactics. They are full of lies and deceit. Assembly won. Assembly won. Papa wait to me kojina parliament kase ye the deal with by yen to patro mu bi ma wo de ekoso world market tum as sikagare party world market to patro na ndc for so de bi ka ho na ye jigu ye bottom na de ya eni se nkrofo we betena akonya so pepepe ahoprepre any public sympathy amaka kan no nti yes ye kutwitwa taxes sim aban papa ba ye kutwitwa tax be no mukutwa e-levy 1% 1 Ghana over 100 Ghana cedi 1% ye kutwam na enne 1 gallon otane ajo 1 cedi kama pa they are earning more than what they cancel until robbing Peter to pay Paul. And this is a disgrace as a political party to the country called Ghana. Yente yemi kofin tonton somra. There are some okafa the ekoso on the D levy and then nema bit my enko ye. Yeba na yahwese betumi abefo last na tuma na say yente ki another issue concerning Galamsey. Yanko tie video nomra.
Budget because no more dada. Ghana for no more dada. They needed to create the impression say ye taxes be free ho. Ye e-levy a free ho. Ye betting tax a free ho. Then omu until when your friend robbing Peter to pay Paul. Classic example of scamming. And omu share the ye free ho. Now the moon can't try on my they came like thieves in the night. Omo baso before anumre. Omo de be on the beto ho. Eh, unma dia Ghana for danger ye dia my ho rubber stamp parliament na ye de ho no. And now so omo nim so omo rubber stamp parliament in no. They didn't care, no respect. A boy ni bu kroma fa dia my. Because they have rubber stamp parliamentarians who rubber stamp it. They didn't give a damn. This is what they did. Now, let you know who have a thought
last week.
Calculation file calculator. So the file calculator minus and then Ufa Ghana trotra, the common trotra car. The friend Nissan Ovan.
Correct.
Within me ko internet na me busa internet ne say na Nissan over no petrol say no offer. And no say Nissan over no offer about 16 to 17 gallons. And the Ghana you issue the imperial system and you multiply 16 by 4.5 which is 4.5 make a gallon liters make a gallon. That's 72 liters. Nti truck driver who tie me ko de wo tax a John Mahama de aba no anytime I will be fill wo tank bi abema 72 cedis averagely truck driver bi na so oboko banti no e bi a day obe use 1 tank. Okay, a day obe use 1 tank yan fa no say o ye adwuma 6 days a week and to multiply 72 by 6 abema 432 cedis a week. A week. Now multiply 400. Yamame, honorable Michelle. Multiply 432 by 4. Ubenya say 1,728 Fabra dollars when a dollar is 10.25. Ebema $168. And the truck driver John Mahama said, Busumi biano man $168. Now America cry taxa. America, you taxa. This is what they have done to the people.
And what is the reason?
Mamima Uber there, Uber, Kia Morning, and now Toyota Vex, or more averagely, a year 10 gallons, which is about 45 liters. Or no, so no, we calculation in every year.
The same process.
The same process now. Bosumi, Kia Hire morning driver, Uber driver, Uber John Mahama 1,080 cedis. And no, $105 every month. Dear Bonina Ghana for it. What a
Abuja Sawati, Emma Urukaya, Memwaka pa. Sawati ni ye pa. Trotro drivers. Ye taxi motisaid or chna anyhow. This time Japan can come and tell Ghanaians say Mahama is robbing Ghanaians like there is no tomorrow. Additional tax Mahama Diaban and say, well, we use petrol every month, you know. You have to give him $180. Nasabio property tax kulawa bruchiri. 1 month idrusa. Chrono, this is a thief's government, and that is what we voted for. Abuja yanko yanim na yenhe asem we kakra bi na yemfa show no nsi. We am second time untino ya. Yento asene yanko yanim about the Galamsey. Galamsey no nsema ekoso pa. Ntokwa ekoso kese pa wa Ndc. Na asem we yem yentim pese me nka ho asem. Tie video we yie party.
For a drip machines na MPP buying at the buyer said you for near quine. I was not for Ndc Bawku and not na figure or more the Galamsey. I was from for near HM a anopaya ni channel. I was your mind constituency. That yes, so I Western North region. I was not for DC or honorable or Vasco. And a day drip machines na sabio MPP buying. Edda so ho da yesa yede baniri aya kwan yi no honorable Vasco yesu my constituency DC afide e na ode Galamsey and pay ni twa sanfoni na yedi o mo ntete du machi kobenso medru site ho na e ka so mo koye kwan ene kosie yikodu ya sa Galamsey e na ho yikodu it's very, very unfortunate. It's we a coy and I see a buy. A daintina a buying be a ba. No one to die a passe. And so to a quine essay. And nuns yem fine fidimra a ye quine, ye dear quine. Nasta sabe a buy for buyer. Nasa by an affidim fidia be ya quine Galamsey now they would do. And this you're buying a dear hammer. I'm very disappointed as a Ghanaian citizen. Nanyambi Shamokapa.
And a dahono. And none a dahono. Drip machine, I did in another attempt home. Saying no cre, a young contumpo, and no bois, and yet possible, and no mobois, and they had Galamsey, Ndc, or DC, or no Ankasano, or the buying machines I see them from a cryer car quino, or the Galamsey. I want a constituency. Nani abre ndende o aba fun ayato we nkwasi asema yedi. I told you guys send this for no yehu omo pen yeni most omusuni omo ban opo many year. Don't vote for Ndc. They are thieves. They came just to steal and destroy. Oh, more ye. And the young fanko you foot to Quima unya babimfa, unya car quanfa or bunch and I were to a free foam. And family crum and metonius car cram to bottom. Yet the Galamsey. Because I could father by I know you could say quino. Near your nyere. Ewo asante maimu. Or nyere. Ewo Ghana maimu. Adentia. Oh, you could say quina. And then they yet the pillars of a brilliant economy. Edu babi ana yanka say ya Jimmy ye and ansem we nyina dey ato ye. Edu babi a ye ho ye yi yemu nam we na ye ni age say ya we nam. Ene esusu sanso nie. Instead of us to build our roads, we are rather using those machines, to destroy our forest and our water bodies. And the Niajan boy and some adentia, you say aban papaya day apa. Now listen to this video again. I am for Bibi Amran away. Papa be a friend yourself, Yamin. Or you got saying Nikasi pa. Assemblies. Also to about ya, Waira, or you bushman on one acre. A Juma yin and Galamsey. And Tissia Nabana Bano. The near bro ye Galamsey was Santa Munti Hunobabia, or the assembly Betuja. The same way, video no sipe, never be a full license to me, but atum.
Ndc site. Me a bushman do, but my name is not part of idea, Mr. Say. Could you say I had challenges as a deputy minister in Ashanti region because of mining. Miners now they come together and working my exit with our own party people because they felt to say now I was too strict. Because me I'm head of task force for Galamsey. Let me come on record. My period kakra me di Ashanti region 8 months. I repatriated 9 Chinese, 2 Americans, 1 guy from Singapore. I am in a Sweet Gardens Chinese restaurant. Never a campaign. Me, I was 1 step away from arresting Aisha because I don't tolerate nonsense. At the point of a meeting, so my existence in the region, and it was also hurting some politicians within our party and out of our party. I always say, reason with me. Let me know. But you don't go behind. Which we are feeling a politician about. Oh, many know me, say. And I was just sending them. When I want to do something, I do it. That time, the email was that Yami mining. In fact, radio, colleague Nibi. But me, I free me site. It was all lies. You may any investigations into it. Asamba kukureni home to me but hazards of the job, you know, and I just take it. Of course, we'll be hanging somewhere. They know the person they have to call. There's no problem. This will be the nice and into me. Me person me boy will be changed what I will get from M1. If your honor will be in your issue now or by the fact that we are assisting the person to go through the legal means of getting himself out of it doesn't make me a minor. No. Who say I want to start this agenda. And the very from the video be by a 10-day power. Meanwhile, it's an old video, MPP video, and almost other banner voice at 2 actually at Yamin site. The first time I drove a Tundra, and yet driving put me Tundra was in 2019. Professor Nanama me Tundra. Na me kwa jin nyoma ama no kwa contest and nyoma bi a wato instead so mbe deliver no Accra no mbe deliver no Kumasi and so I had to rush and come and pick me pick up so to me for nyoma ni and she had a Tundra and I picked the Tundra, came to Kumasi, picked the nyoma and moved to Central Region. That was the first time I sat in a Tundra and drove a Tundra. But me minister, you see me go site where me the Tundra, and they come. It was news baby, but in me put that not to talk of some year me drive. Yeah, Baba. The same thing. Video nam. Yami site ni. Look at what Yamin is doing. But through a stage where I ignore a lot of things. Okay, we have. So I mean, this is part of, and it shaking me because it affecting me. Bibia. They were buying one and because I news way about that. Oh no, you're not now for because news here by the China decision by government to be everything. I'm not in government, so because I don't care about it. But who said there's a certain agenda. So for the first time, we issue a disclaimer to the story. So I did some interviews on it.
For Monfan Chairman, I didn't get the correct video, Monfan Chairman. But in any case, yes, if you mean ye Galamsey then there. Sabi Ndc for Ankasa Kurano Moja. Tavana Baba ye war. Internally, they are fighting seriously. Because or ye Galamsey, Akwawe. The entire Mutu, Neso, no person on Kwan ye Galamsey was Santimamu. Obia ye be on Kwan site was Santimamu in a net is on a 9 show. We end this now for China nearby, we be mayachi, with China in up at the portal because he wanted to do the Galamsey himself alone. And then that's what I say, and a voice na shall say about it. And the all can be an obwa, where Piesica, I'm a radio for, and obey defending home. Mimia Samuel Okuno Memakwaba, Mimame Yafrim Poma, and I want so aqua. Bushia, I be a full last now to Musut me friend. I watch the water. I, Mr. Ofra, Mammy 5 minutes per na. At the phone, I force no to me after the watch. And now we are me host to a very interesting and very beautiful show. Yeah, ama matansi achinti mesro ofra no twa ne tete ama me na na nipa foforo nso atumi afre bi ama no ayeye. Aye. That is NDC for you. In the moment a video we na ya hwese call ebeba
budget because no more dada. Ghana for no more dada. They needed to create the impression say ye taxes be a free ho. Ye levy a free ho. Ye betting tax a free ho. Then omu until when your friend robbing Peter to pay Paul. Classic example of scamming. And omu share the ye free ho. Now the moon country or mine, they came like thieves in the night. Hello.
Hello, me out to Benka. Hello. Hello, to Benka. Eddie, your tinker come up. Hello. Your tune count. Hello. Hello. Hello, Aja. Your tune kapa. Your tune come up. Hello. Hello. Oh no, you mean a corner to me. So, person, your tune can come up. Because can you sign for it? Because your tune can come up.
When my dear Ghana for danger, idea my home rubber stamp parliament na ide home. And now so
hello. Your tune can come up. Over to me, Akasa. Hello. Hello, me. Otemenka. Hello. Hello, Skani. Otemenka. Your tune can come up. Hello. 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 Hello, Skani. Oskani, Mr. Now Kasaya Tonka, I don't know what is wrong with your phone. Now Kasaya Tonka come up. Hey, Aja, it is saying. Hello. Hello, Timinka. Hello. Hello, Aja, Timinka. What Timinka? Hello. Hello, what Timinka? Do kura de na hana obi afra eye no ho basa me otemenka. Hello. Hello, Milia. Otemenka. Hello. Yeah. Assemben kura mponia. Hello. Assemben kura mponia. Assemben kura mponia. Ye, already yankofo. Adi so I say we a live input. We a mic. We a headphone. Empty audio. Hey. Mr. Sia, me no be. I have very nice interview on phone. BB. Oh, scusa. Come puoi chiamare un attimo. Puoi chiamarmi e vedere se mi senti. Chiamami sul telefono, vedi se quando parlo mi senti nel microfono. Oh damn. Stai chiamando? Pronto?
Alex, mi senti?
E tu mi senti?
No.
Non mi senti?
No.
Aspetta. Ora mi senti?
Vediamo?
Mi senti?
No.
Aspetta, fammi vedere una cosa. Ora mi senti?
No.
Mi senti?
No.
Allora, aspetta. Ora mi senti? Mamma mia, c'è un problema. Mi senti?
No.
Mai. Deve essere il microfono. Mi senti?
No.
Porca. Mi senti?
No.
Mi senti? Mi senti ora? Mi senti nel microfono? Cioè, senti la mia voce bene? Okay. Mi senti? Mi senti? Mi senti? Mi senti?
No.
Come no? Mi senti?
No.
Mi senti?
No.
Mi senti
Prima
ora?
No, però prima ti sentivo.
Mo vediamo. Ora mi senti?
No.
Mannaggia. No. Abusianfoɔ mesrɛ mo momfa nkyɛ me I have an issue. Ɔkyerɛ gye sɛ metena se hwɛ what is going on. Mayaya, there is no way out. Mesrɛ mo asɛ momfa nkyɛ me. Momfa nkyɛ me abusianfoɔ me sɛ program no very interesting. Osikani fa kyɛ me why mesrɛ wa fa kyɛ me. Minya Ivan so sɛ ɔdrive ntina yɛ na ɔkyena. Osikani wo deɛ fa kyɛ me why. Fa kyɛ me pa. Your sound is not coming. Osikani fa kyɛ me na ɔkyena sɛ deɛ tie bia no. Mɛbɔ mɔden sɛ mɛkora no na ɔkyena. Wate me nka yɛtumi akasa yie. Abusuafoɔ mɛda mu nyinaa ase. Ne maame yɛ afiri mpoma mɛda ase. Osikani mɛda wo nso ase. Me nua panyin Samuel Ɔkono mekyia wo paa da wase. Me maame Rose nso mekyia wo. Me maame Monica mekyia wo. Me maame Lolita Nyakon mekyia wo yie paa. Frank Kofi mekyia wo. Wilson Asamani mekyia wo nso yie paa. Benjamin mekyia wo. Alex Asade mekyia wo. Elizabeth Asana mekyia wo yie paa. Boachi Mere mekyia wo. Me nua Nana Bema mekyia wo paa. Me nua Erikadu nso mekyia wo. Francis Walker mekyia wo yie paa. Elika Asade mekyia wo esan so ekyia wo piem. Me nua Janet Afra mekyia wo. Me nua Kofi Sapon mekyia wo. Bra Panyini Kwasi Asamoah mekyia wo. Me maame Vivian Kuma mekyia wo yie paa. Afro maame Afro mekyia wo yie paa. Ellen Ado maame mekyia wo yie paa. Ɛna me nua Evans Jaben nso mekyia no. Me maame Akua Nyakon nso mekyia wo. Ɛna me nua George Frimpong mekyia wo yie paa. Osikani misra wa fa kyɛ me na ɔkyena sɛ deɛ tie bi ɔbɛte me nka. Frank Capo Edmond Oduro Kwame Boateng ɛne Akua Frau Patrick O Ado Richard Manson anybody be no mechache mu nyina eda mu nyina ase ene mo support yakopon ya adoma ochana yebese ahia ai but you yan subscribe am just subscribe on like video no so am so say like mame na yakopon ne YouTube adaworoma push me video yi. Now it is wonderful say me ba life for a few people watch me but the video always moves on and me so say bomadre I like the video no mame na enkodanim makrakra mu nyina eda mu nyina ase until we meet again adios.